Alright, so this week we're going to be doing a little tutorial with Copic markers, how to draw water or water drops. And obviously this isn't me saying this is how you have to draw water or anything, this is just my process, how I would go about doing it. So, and if you like it, hopefully you learn some tips. So sit back, relax, and let's draw some water drops. Let's do this. Let's just get into it. Let's do it. Alright, so starting off with this drawing, obviously we're just going to start off by doing some nice little light lines and just making the shapes of our water drops. I'm not sure if you can see that, it is quite light, but I do want it to be like that just in case I don't want parts to be visible. So for this drawing we're going to be using Copic markers like I always use. We're going to have a handful of blues and a handful of cool greys, and I'll put them up on the screen now just in case you want to know exactly what the codes are, the numbers, whatever you call it. So I coloured in the first water drop right to the finish so I could work out what I wanted to do and what my process wanted to be, and made sure that I had the right colours and everything like that. And after doing that I was happy with how it looked and I was ready to go and continue on with the rest of them. So my direction was to start off with a very light cool grey, which is the C00, and I would just kind of start putting in my first shades, and that's more to block in just where I want things to go and kind of give me a light visual straight away. And then I started going with the blues after that, starting with the lightest one, which was the B00. And I'd just start going around the shape, and I would be keeping it thicker to one side and then slowly going thin to the other side. And then it's pretty much just building up on that with each darker color. So then I go to B01, the next darker blue, and I'll just go around again, but not going out as far this time as the previous blue. But after that, I would actually jump to my darkest blue, which was the B37, and I pretty much just wanted to put in where I wanted my darkest blue to be. And then I would go out with my next darkest blues to blend that out. So then I'd go to B34, I'd go over my dark blue areas and just go out a little bit further, and then the same with B32, I would blend that out just a little bit more. And then I would go back to my previous really light blues and just keep going back and forth until I get the perfect blend that I'm looking for. It is pretty simple because it is water, it's basically see-through, so you're just working with a bit of like shadows and lights and reflections and things like that. What I've done is very simple, like you're basically nearly just doing an outline at this point, but I am happy with it. I think it looks like my style and what I would do. So after I've put all the blue color in, now we just want to put up a bit of a shadow, which is going to make it look really realistic. And I'm just using 3 cool grey markers for this, and which is C6, C4 and C2, and we're just going to do a little blend on the side where it's the lightest. And I just start off by putting a very thin line with the C6, the darkest color. Then I'll go over that with the C4 and just blend out a tiny bit more, and then the same again with C2, the lightest color that I'm using. After that, it's just about throwing that extra detail in with a white pencil, black pencil. I use a bit of a blue pencil just to blend out some areas so they look crispy. And I'm also using a white Posca paint marker to put in extra highlights, and then I sometimes use a white pencil to flick out the edges of those. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I like how that looks, so I'm gonna run that process through the rest of them. But yeah, I hope you like this video. I hope that you found it helpful in some way and learned some tips. And I'll see you in the next video.